All right, guys, what is going on? This is the Club of Demand 1993 coming at you for another live review as we review this week's episode of SmackDown Live, the January 16th, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live, which took place from Laredo, Texas, I believe the name of it was. Overall, this episode of SmackDown Live, uh, it was one of those shows that it was all right. It wasn't really, that great of a show. Honestly, it was kind of boring in my honest opinion. Just nothing really felt like it was that important. Excitement. We had a good ending, but it was just a hard show to get through. Honestly, in my opinion, but I got through. I'm sorry this review is coming a little bit late. Also, I wanted to check out that top 25 special for Raw on USA Network, which it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Some good memories were shared on there as well. If you can get a chance to check it out, I highly recommend checking it out. I did not get a chance yet to watch the Mixed Match Challenge match tonight yet, so I heard it was pretty good. So I will hopefully get to check that out as well. But without further ado, let's go through this. I'm still not quite feeling 100% from yesterday, guys. I didn't get a good night's sleep last night, so I'm just going to fly this review. If we get anybody in a live chat, awesome. If not, then it's okay. So let's just get through this, and we'll go from there. So we started off, for the first time in how many weeks, we did not get an authority promo or any corporate promo at all from anybody. Instead, we had the New Day making their entrance for the first, because at first I thought we were just going to be getting one of the U.S. title tournament matches tonight, which was Xavier Woods and Jinder Mahal. But then we ended up getting not two, but three matches, pretty much finishing up the whole U.S. title tournament this episode of SmackDown Live. So so first we had the New Day making their way to the ring, and they came out with the pancakes. They have this little stand in the middle of the ring. I'm like, what the heck is this here? And pretty much it was just, just some pancakes on there. And they get into the ring, and Kofi begins talking about how the freedom of the United States is at stake when your boy Xavier Woods takes on the self-proclaimed modern-day Maharaj. They keep emphasizing those R's pretty much. And I would try to attempt it right now, but again, I'm feeling pretty stuffy, so I'm not going to try to attempt it. They were sounding like a bunch of pretty much big like engines, stalling, and they say I'm saying the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal, and Xavier says he stands for the values of America, like liberty and the power of positivity. But there's a principle that doesn't get spoken often. The principle of pancakes. And Biggie says America is like a pancake. The individual ingredients are all quite strong, but they combine into something good, and that's what the New Day is all about. Xavier reminds us that the vote of him is a vote for three, because the best thing comes in threes, like red, white, and blue. They say that Kofi says adds his inner egos, and E adds Home Alone 1, 2, and 3. Well, maybe not 3, definitely not 3. But Woods his opponents hates Home Alone and despises everyone in the crowd that the man you want as United States champion. And they said those who opposed to Jinder Mahal say nay, which of course everybody said nay. I was at home, I kind of saying nay pretty much. And Xavier asked the people of Earth so straight so that he could win. And then the Singh brothers make their way out to make their entrance for Jinder Mahal as well. So their usual introduction, blah blah blah, whatever. We had this match, Jinder Mahal versus Xavier Woods, semifinals in the United States Championship Tournament. This match went through 2 commercial breaks, and I'm sorry, it was very boring. It felt like, just a match on Superstars. I'm not blaming Xavier Woods. They keep giving these spots to Jinder, and I know a lot of people said, give him a chance in the big card run, and I did. But I saw way too much of him tonight. My honest opinion, he can't really carry a match unless he's in there with a very experienced superstar. His matches with Styles were probably his best. But even with Randy Orton, when Randy Orton doesn't get the right work to do, he is he's not really going to be able to carry the match that well at all. But this match was just long. It was boring. Xavier was at all he can. It didn't really pick up until after the second commercial, where Xavier Woods looked like he was getting the upper hand on Jinder, and for some weird reason, New Day like scare off the Singh brothers, and they go missing like just for no reason. They just go backstage. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Xavier Woods sees his finisher, that flying elbow, whatever heck it is. He misses. And then I'm like, no. The Colossus happens. Jinder Mahal wins the match. Not really more to really say about that. We then get a we had several of these like hand cam, like like on selfie stick promos from several superstars and women talking about just like hyping themselves up for the Royal Rumble match, which for the most part I enjoyed them. The only thing I didn't like about them was they had all the women like cut their promos at once. I didn't like spread them out like they did with the men. And also, once again, they didn't announce anybody knew who's in the Royal Rumble match, but then they randomly showed up on the graphic for the men's match that Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, and Bray Wyatt are now in the match. So they announced it. So we're not getting people announcing their entrance. We didn't get any announcement on the shows at all this week. So that happened. But we have Baron Corbin going first. Talking about how he is, as a lone wolf, was built for the Royal Rumble. No distractions, no politics, and he sees it as a ring full of potential victims and life-changing opportunity. And if you get in his way, you're going over the top rope. Get on board or get out of his way, because it is his time to main event WrestleMania. Once again, I'm still wondering, are you pissed off that you didn't get your rematch for the United States Championship as you lost in the first round to Bobby Roode, which I still don't get why they had to lose in the first round. Why didn't they have him, It could have been Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin finishing off instead of Bobby Roode and Jinder freaking Mahal. But I digress. That's not what happened. So we but yeah, that was still a decent promo cut by Baron Corbin. Moving on now, we then had this reminder of Goldberg into the Hall of Fame, which I already talked about Goldberg again into the Hall of Fame last night, and there's no one in the live chat now, so I'm not going to talk about it again unless somebody asks me to. We had AJ Styles being interviewed. He mentions how Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should be confident about their match because it's 3 against 1, as he's counting Kevin Owens as 2 people. They sound like deranged Muppets, and they're basically the same guy, which he starts calling them Cammy. And the very thought of Cammy being co-champions makes him sick. But he got this far by overcoming obstacles, and he's going to do whatever he can to bring the Yep movement to the end. This ain't the Cammy show. This right here is the house that AJ Styles built, which is, of course, SmackDown Live. Oh, hey, Robbie and Laura, how are you guys? Robbie, I'm feeling all right, but I didn't really get good sleep last night. I'm still feeling a little stuffy, and I literally was fighting through a bunch of traffic today through the snow and everything, but I got through alive and got through this episode of SmackDown alive pretty much. But good to have you guys in the live chat. So thank you guys for tuning in. Anyways, we then get the hand cam promos. Hold on, I got to sneeze here a second. If it's coming, sorry guys, it's nothing to do. All right, there we go. Anyways, yeah, it's all right. I'm feeling better than I did yesterday, but I just didn't sleep well at all last night. But anyways, we had the selfie from was pretty much from all the women. We had Carmella and Natty, and then we had Tamina, Becky, Naomi, Asuka, and Nia, and pretty much all of them saying whatever that they're going to do. Oh yeah, we had Lana, Liv Morgan, pretty much all the SmackDown women were doing their little promo saying what they're going to do at the Women's Royal Rumble match, which again I didn't mind. It's just that I would have rather have had them a little bit more spread out throughout the night. They did a couple of the men's promos. Well, the only 3 they had for the men's for SmackDown was Orton, Nakamura, and Corbin, but they just put all the women at once. I would have liked to have had the women be spread out as well throughout the night. And then we have T and Coupon live chat. Get some juice and good sleep. Hope you feel better. Yeah, please. Yes, and thank you for the God bless you. Thank you. And Raw and SmackDown were both trash this week. Yeah, SmackDown now was pretty much garbage, boring. Raw had some good moments in it, but it was a bit inconsistent. The Women's Royal Rumble opened up the pay-per-view, quite possibly, yes. Styles was interviewed backstage, and Orton and Nakamura each had their own little, singles interview of how they're going to do at the Royal Rumble. Pretty much, there was not really much that happened on the show besides a bunch of promos and just the U.S. title matches. But then, speaking of which, we got the second semifinal tournament for the U.S. Open Challenge. I mean, not the U.S. Open Challenge, United States Championship. It was Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley. This match I thought was pretty decent. I mean, I know, I keep saying that Mojo Rawley is impressing me with the heel turn and what he's been doing since. So I do look forward to see what they're going to do with him. I thought he had a good showing. He has a little bit more ways to go, but I did like, the aggressiveness he had this match, and, just the trash talk and whatnot that he had on Bobby Roode as well, making him look a little dominating as well. And Bobby Roode, was a little bit underdog baby face as well in this match. So I was all right with how this match went on. I was completely cool with Bobby Roode winning. What I wanted to see was just, a good showing from Mojo Rawley. And I thought that's what we got. But Bobby Roode gets the victory. And then after the match, though, immediately the Sting Brothers come out of nowhere and start attacking Bobby Roode. And then Jinder Mahal comes up, pretty much just saying, "I can't wait till I beat you next week." Which again, I was a little confused. I thought that the finals were happening at the Royal Rumble, but then they said it would happen next week. And then Bobby Roode is like, "No, let's do this tonight." And Jinder's like, no, we're gonna do this on my own terms. So then we had Daniel Bryan just come up from behind Jinder, staring him down, and he pretty much says, "We're gonna be doing the match tonight." So I'm like, all right. So at first I was confused, like, why did we do the U.S. Open, the U.S. title challenges, back to back pretty much for the first hour? And I was looking confused by that, but I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I don't know why we're doing this, but we'll see. Live chat, what's going on? Let me see here. Can't wait till Raw 25. Same here. Road versus Mojo was better than I thought. Yes, I hate the matches they're giving us this year so far. Yes, this episode SmackDown Live was confusing. Yes, it was. I couldn't watch. I had to change the channel. Don't blame me at all. The finals of the U.S. Challenge was a surprise. Yes, it was. Again, it just came out pretty quickly. But yeah, we had that. Then since that was made official, they hyped this up for the Mixed Match Challenge match, which again I didn't get to see, but I heard that Finn Balor, Sasha Banks, and Nakamura and Natty had a pretty decent Mixed Match Challenge match tonight. I gotta check it out. Which I'm kind of glad that Balor and Sasha won. I saw a post earlier today on Instagram saying which pair was under your birth month, and I saw Balor and Sasha under September, which is my birth month. So I'm like, cool, I'll see them win. Even though I think my pick to win would probably, I don't know why, I could see it being Charlotte and Bobby Roode being my pick to win, honestly. But I'll support, Sasha and Finn through this challenge as well. We also then had Randy Orton. Now, here's Randy Orton, Lauren. Randy saying how some people prefer the calm before the storm, but he likes the storm and he prefers to be surrounded by chaos. That's what he's going to win for a third time in main event WrestleMania. Pretty much hyping himself up for the Royal Rumble match, which cool. He was actually in the ring, I think, before a live event, probably holding a selfie stick or whatnot, which again, not bad at all. Yes, Paige unfortunately will not be in a Royal Rumble match. Since I didn't get anything to talk to you yesterday, Lauren, what are your thoughts on the rumors about Paige probably not being able to wrestle anymore? There is a lot I can't even keep track of. Oh, and also I forgot about Miz and Asuka as well in the Mixed Match Challenge. Yeah, I definitely like that team too. That would be very interesting as well, knowing how the Miz plays his mind games and how good a wrestler Asuka is. We'll definitely see where they go as well. I completely forgot about that team. Thanks for reminding me. It's another favorite to win. Then we had this match, a 6-woman tag match. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Naomi taking on the Riot Squad. The Riot Squad wins. Now, the only thing I liked about this match was I was glad that Liv Morgan hit like an inverted code breaker to get the victory, because Liv Morgan hasn't really, so far we've seen mainly Ruby Riott and once or twice by Sarah Logan get the winning pin. I was glad to see Liv Morgan get the winning pin for a change, but how many more times are we going to do these matches? Seriously, is there anything else you can do for these women's wrestlers besides these 6-woman tag matches for no reason at all whatsoever? And another question is, what the heck's going on with the SmackDown Women's Championship? When is Charlotte going to be defending the championship again? I'm not blaming Charlotte. It's just they're not giving anybody, put them in contention for, the championship at all. On Raw, at least they did with, Alexa Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Somewhat Paige before Paige is now had to take it easy with her injury. So there's nobody, like teasing to even be facing Charlotte. I couldn't even sit down and say, who I would like to see face Charlotte at the time. Like besides, Becky Lynch or even Naomi would probably be number one contenders. I mean, Riot Squad are still, just blossoming out, even though, again, I still don't understand why they're here. They're just making a statement. That's a pretty weak, way to put it. Let me see here. In the live chat, we have Lauren saying the confirmed superstars to show up on Raw 25 are Orton, Cena, Taker, Jericho, Stone Cold, Tori Wilson, Asuka, the Bellas, Trish, Lita, Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, Gene Okerlund, Becky. That is a long list. Survivor Series. I thought it was Clash of Champions she last defended against Natalya in the lumberjack match. I thought it was a Clash of Champions. And Andrea Ziegler, how you doing? Thanks for answering my questions yesterday. Like your stream, check out my channel if you have the chance to. Definitely will. Yeah, thank you for tuning in again as well. Oh yeah, Kelly I also saw. Yeah, I saw that one as well, Lauren. There's somebody else I felt that was mentioned. Not sure. But continuing on these streams, pretty much. It's all right. You got the mistake about Clash of Champions. It's Survivor Series. But yeah, again, just how many more times? Just do some fresh pieces of the women's division on SmackDown, please. I'm tired of these 6-man tag matches. They're leaving nobody, getting contention. And I like Charlotte, but unfortunately, they haven't her being fed to the Riot Squad as champions. It's like a year ago, she was just this dominating force as the heel Raw women's champion, pretty much. Now they're just feeding her to the Riot Squad, who are just still seasoning out on the main roster. So whatever. But yeah, that was that match. I like this interview we had though. Something happened I've been asking for how long, and I was just happy they finally did it. The Usos were interviewed backstage, talking about how they're going to be facing Gable and Benjamin at Royal Rumble, and they're saying that how did they be? And the Usos were how did they become a tag team anyway? They suggested it was tag team tender since Gable's been on a rebound kick since Jason Jordan left him, then he grabbed Shelton Benjamin, and they don't deserve to be in a tag title hunt. And they start doing their normal thing about saying welcome to the Uso Penitentiary, and then finally, since they just out of nowhere decided to have Benjamin and Gable be more so heels, they had trash talk, but they just weren't showing much of a physical heel tactics side. I was just like, come on, finally, just do at least something physical. But finally, they did a small attack from behind on the Usos backstage, and Chad tells them not to worry. They know exactly who they are, and as Benjamin would say, former champion. So I like that. I'm happy that you're more. I know for sure a fact now that Gable and Benjamin are heels as well. I just wanted to see that more physical aspect of them as heels come out too. So thank you. So got that. I like that as well. Live chat, something more interesting to talk about, please, because I know you guys do. JR and Jerry, do you like the broken Matt Hardy gimmick? I definitely do. And yes, I did hear about Jey Uso being arrested for DWI. And I do want to see the 2 out of 3 team 2 out of 3 falls tag match at the Rumble. It's going to be a very fun match to watch between those teams. So keep bringing stuff in the live chat, because again, this episode of SmackDown was just boring and pointless to watch. We then had pretty much the promo video for the 2-on-1 handicap match, which also I did hear rumors that apparently over the weekend that Kevin Owens suffered some type of minor injury on tour, was sent home, bro, which may have been why he didn't do anything with Owens and Zayn on SmackDown tonight. So hopefully Kevin Owens is okay, because we can't afford other injuries. We got Paige now, Samoa Joe, and Kevin Owens. Jason Jordan apparently is injured too, with some type of nagging knee injury. That would suck also. So hopefully, these injuries slow down. It'll turn to what happened at the beginning of 2016 with a ton of injuries, and we didn't have much of a roster for WrestleMania 32. So it should be all right. Then backstage, we have an extra for the Fashion Files where Rusev Day challenged Breezango for a match next week, but they said you're going to be facing Breezango instead. So I'm like, you're facing the Ascension instead. I'm like, all right, whatever. So that was random. Lauren says, hope you get better, Mike. There are flu out really going around. Stay healthy. 2 out of 3 falls. Yeah, 2 out of 3 falls. And yeah, I'm fine. It's just mainly my my nose that's all runny pretty much. I mean, I'm not like stuffed up, feeling achy or anything. It's just my nose that's running and just keep me up at night pretty much. But thank you for your concerns. The life of a wrestler is very tough, especially on the road so much. It definitely is, which we wonder with all these injuries happening, do you really think they should strongly consider an off season or like a month off, like in December or something like that, when there's not much going on really, just taking the month off pretty much, I think that should happen. Lauren, Lauren says, did you hear WWE has given up on Bayley as a top star? I did read something about the other day. That is still very unfortunate. Again, just knowing how well she was booked on NXT, they just don't know how to book her on the main roster, sadly. And I just hate to see that happen. The Bayley. And she said, okay, just worried, drink a lot. Oh, definitely. I've been drinking a lot of water. Thank you for your concerns. Much appreciated. So, yeah, that. And then we had this main event, Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal for the United States Championship in the finals match. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon were at ringside. I was wondering if something was going to happen between them because nothing really happened between them at all throughout this show. Just continue their storyline, what's going on. No tease of why would you do this? Like I was expecting Shane to question Daniel Bryan on why would he make the finals tonight. But they sat out at ringside and just watched the match, which once again, sorry, but with Jinder Mahal in there, it was just pretty boring of a match. Bobby Roode did the best he could as well because how do you not love just a glorious presence in the ring in Bobby Roode. They play good psychology on the ribs. So says Bobby Roode did crack a rib earlier in the match against Mojo Rawley, but then Bobby, he almost hit the Colossus on Bobby Roode, but then he slipped out of it. And then he hooked him up to hit the glorious DDT. And just like that, Bobby Roode wins the United States Championship. I mean, I wish, again, the show would have been flow better and booked a little better. I mean, I'm happy Bobby Roode is United States champion, but it just felt like, they just handed him the title tonight pretty much. I mean, it's not his fault, but it's just Jinder Mahal is just not a good opponent to, work with. I tried giving it a chance in the mid-card run. I just hated his main event run, but his mid-card run is not really looking too good as well. He needs more work to do or just put him back in, where he was before he came over to SmackDown before 2017. And this hopefully they won't go back to that nightmare again that they did, just trying to, make him a world champion just to get viewers over from India. But that was pretty much the show. Let me see here, live chat. Did you also hear do you think Bayley will go back down to NXT? I am not too sure if that would happen. I mean, maybe best for her, but I don't know if they will pull the trigger on that. Did you also hear that Vince may sell WWE to Fox? Yes. I need to do a video also on that response to my friend Daniel Guys. I do think that's a good idea because, I keep hearing rumors that the USA Network is the reason why Raw it has been 3 hours, and with USA with Fox and their newscasts and whatnot being taking place 10 o'clock at night, I think they would consider putting Raw back to 2 hours, has been said in reports. So I would be interested in seeing them put Raw back to 2 hours if they go to the Fox News. Lauren says, I don't get creative anymore. WWE should just end, to be honest. No interesting storylines anymore. Unfortunately, that is pretty much the truth. You said it right there. It cracks me up because, I sit there and watch some of these storylines and these ideas that they throw out there. Us fans can even think of better ideas. But it cracks me because I sit there and think, I was a video mate. I went to school for video production, and the teacher I had for directing, helping us, come up with ideas and whatnot. That class I took, the teacher I had for that class was pretty darn tough. I mean, I got through and got an A- in the class somehow. That teacher was tough to deal with, but I just crack up and think if any of these writers would have sat through that class, it would have just, cracked me up because, they would not be able to pass with all these story ideas they pitch. As I see there's so many plot holes in, what these storylines they do anymore. Lauren says, that's why I watched the WWE Network instead of on TV, pretty much. She's kind of surprised Jinder didn't win. I am actually a little bit surprised too. I'm glad they didn't pull the trigger on that though. It's just I missed Dolph. I was also surprised that they went off the air, but I was surprised that Dolph didn't return tonight if they were going to be doing the finals. I have heard rumors that they're going to try to do a storyline how Razor Ramon won the Intercontinental Championship, but then he vacated it, and then when Shawn Michaels won, he came back and saying he was the real champion, not Shawn Michaels. Was that ladder match at WrestleMania 10? I'm not sure if that's still true or not, but the only thing is I don't know if I want to see not Shawn Michaels, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode in a ladder match at WrestleMania for the United States Championship, because they already had a feud already. It was all right, but something fresh to me. Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match, cool. I don't really see Bobby Roode in a ladder match though. Unless if it's a fresh opponent for Bobby Roode also, then maybe, but I'm not sure where the U.S. title going to go from here. I'm just glad it's on Bobby Roode. We also got Lauren Vince did sell $100 million worth of stock, yes. And yes, Dinner is going to win too. Why? Vince said he'd never sell to WWE. Jesus Salazar says, I was there. That's cool. Right? WWE was so successful up until 2015. Yes, definitely. And yes, hashtag please sign Robbie. Please sign our good friend Robbie One Kenobi. He has a bunch of brilliant ideas he really wants to get in. He was, and Jesus was sad that Glorious won. I used to WWE was obsessed with it, and around 2014 lost interest. That's some unfortunate. And now I do not live in Laredo, unfortunately. Watch Dolph be a surprise entrant in the Rumble. That is highly possible. Think I may go live on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook for Raw 25. That'd be awesome if you did. I'm gonna be watching Raw 25 again with my good friend Daniel Geiza. He's gonna be coming to my house. We're gonna be going live on his channel next week as well. So I'll post a link on my Twitter if we do still go live, so that way you can see our live reactions throughout the video, throughout the night as well. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope Raw 25 really is awesome, and it's looking pretty awesome as well to do so. So hopefully it should be good. Which women do you think will be entered in the Hall of Fame? Which women? I'm trying to think who really isn't in the Hall of Fame yet that recently that I can think of. That's a very good question. Mickie James eventually is a Hall of Famer, but she's still active right now, so I wouldn't say her. Alondra Blaze got in. Beth Phoenix just got in. Yeah, I'm really trying to think of who would be a women's wrestler to get into the Hall of Fame. She hopes China, and you can definitely follow me if you want. Lawrence says, I hope China, Melina. Oh yes, Melina. That's a good one. Hope China gets in. She deserves it, honestly. China, yeah, that's right. China is not a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't mind seeing China get into the Hall of Fame. Go for it. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson's not in the Hall of Fame yet. I honestly did not know that. Excuse me for being behind on it, but yeah, I did not know that. Definitely her as well. Because Trish Stratus, Lita, Alondra Blaze, Mae Young, Beth Phoenix, Jacqueline. Yeah, I'm not too sure who else. Victoria, possibly. This is a long shot, but Michelle McCool, maybe. I don't know if you would consider her maybe, and she was a decent champion as well. We could throw her in there. Do any of you guys think that The Undertaker is going to announce his entrance into the Hall of Fame next week, or what he's going to do? If he does another match at WrestleMania 34 again, the only problem I have with it is how is that going to get around, what happened last year with Roman Reigns? I'm pretty sure not going to have Taker's come back and say he wants to be in a match, and then, Roman just lets it go. He's gonna be like, hey, I retired you. Why are you still here when I'm trying to wrestle, pretty much? Because I just don't know how you could, follow up from what happened last year. But if they make it work, go for it, pretty much. I'll take it. Let me see here. AJ Lee. Ooh, AJ Lee. I would love to see her in the Hall of Fame. Do you think Michelle will go into the in the Hall of Fame with Taker? That is possibly. And you think that next year Taker headlines 2019? Yeah, it's possible. I don't know if they would have co-headliners. They'll have co-headliners for this year with Goldberg and Taker, but it could be 2019. If not this year, definitely next year for Taker. either we'll probably find out Raw 25. Lauren thinks it's gonna be Cena and Taker at WrestleMania this year. I would not mind seeing again just some storyline to work around the continuity purposes of what happened with him and Reigns. At least just work something out there. That's all I ask for. While I'm waiting for you guys to just roll in some more questions, I'd rather talk about that stuff than this episode of SmackDown. Let me just look at my my polls on Twitter here really quickly. Let me see here. What grade would you give this week's episode of SmackDown Live? I have nobody saying A or B, but I had 6 votes. 33% said C, 67% said D. And which show did you enjoy more this week, Raw or SmackDown Live? 67% said Raw, 33% said SmackDown Live for the 6 votes I got there. So I pretty much in agreement there. I mean, I give this episode of SmackDown a C minus. And then Raw, I definitely give Raw the edge this week. Who I have who do you think will induct Goldberg? Interesting question. Let me think on that one. Sorry, we're not talking SmackDown Live, but it was wacky as shit tonight. Oh, I don't blame you, Lauren. I would much rather talk about this stuff. About all this stuff we're talking about. Tia Couponer gave SmackDown a C minus. Lauren gave SmackDown an F and Raw a C. I mean, I probably would have given SmackDown that low of a grade, but I didn't mind the Bobby Roode and Mojo match. The promos, the single promos for like the Rumbles were all right, and Bobby Roode winning the title was good too. Like that's why I gave it a little higher grade than probably anticipated. But yeah, anything other questions you guys would like to ask me? Anything else you'd like to discuss before I go off the air here? Well, at least while I'm waiting, I will at least get my plugs in really quick for everything. So as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more content to come as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93. Link is in the description for the video as always. I expect to do my NXT live review tomorrow. I did watch 2012 Royal Rumble video today. I'll at least get that filmed and exported because I'm just going to hit the hay pretty quickly tonight, just so I can heal up pretty much from this terrible cold I've had over the past couple days, and then just hopefully get the Royal Rumble retro review series out of the way with this week as well, and just keep moving on to other things. With my social media, again, you can find my Twitter link down in the description of this video. And yes, I am plowing through those Rumble reviews. I'm trying to do so many a day. I am hopefully trying to get them done this week. I also am hoping to, so let me talk about what's going to happen next week also for my game plan for the next week. So for Raw 25, again, I will most likely be doing live reactions on Daniel Guys' channel throughout the whole show on Monday. He wants me to be in his live review with him afterwards. So I'll do a live review with him on his channel, but I'll also do a separate live review on my own channel afterwards for the occasion. I'll review SmackDown and NXT next week. I will do my top 10 topics show. That won't be live. That'll be just recorded because again, I like to use my graphics and whatnot. But I will have that probably either Wednesday or Thursday for you guys to check out. It's gonna be like my preview, pretty much for the Rumble and Takeover Philly. I will do a live review of Takeover Philly on Saturday night, and Sunday I might be doing a review with Dan also for the Royal Rumble. I'll also do my own Royal Rumble as well, and of course also next week, the following week, the Road to WrestleMania series will be coming back as well. So hopefully you guys can check that out as well. Sorry, I missed your question before, Lauren, of where was Randy, AJ, and Shinsuke tonight? AJ was interviewed backstage, talking about his 2-on-1 handicap match, and then we have shoot, I completely lost my train of thought again. Yeah, Randy and Shinsuke just had their individual just hype for their things. as well for the Royal Rumble match. They had a 6-man tag match. Of course, you can't get enough of those 6-man tag matches. And thank you for the get well wishes as well, guys. It means a lot to me. I hopefully should be feeling better. Just need to get a nice warm shower and just, drink some water. Blow this nose to me 1,000 more times. Just kidding. I will not do that. And yeah, just take it easy tomorrow, pretty much. But yeah, thank you guys again as always tuning into these live streams. I know we do have a bunch of random discussions, but it's always fun to have to appreciate your support as well. So once again, before we go off the air, as always, you make sure to hit that like video and subscribe to my channel. More content to come. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. Again, if you need the link, it's right down in the description. And hope you're off work tomorrow. I work from home actually, pretty much, so I just get to do whatever I want. So yeah, but yeah, have sweet dreams you as well. Have a great night, you guys as well. So again, I will check it out here. I'll at least get the 2013 Rumble review video uploading, and I'm just going to hit the hay for tonight. So guys, thanks again for tuning in. I'm out here. Until then, peace out.